Linzabu, hi, oh, oh, oh,
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Tell them I'm about to go out, but it's raining.
Hi guys, welcome back to yet another channel. I want to give you an update because we have shown a lot of love to Auntie Jackie's video. The first video I did about her, it was massive. It just blew up and blew up and blew up, and it's still blowing up. We have over 4,000 plus comments, and some of you really want to know. You sent in your questions. I'm going to be using your questions to ask her some questions so that you can get responses from her. And from the horse's mouth to yours. All right. So Auntie Jackie, how has it been?
I'm good. Thanks for coming. We're about to go out. But let you tell them.
You guys, every time I come to visit Auntie Jackie, for some reason it rains. You can see the sky. It already looks, I will not say ugly, but it already looks black.
Yes,
and it's
so
going to rain.
overcast.
And I don't know if they say every time you visit and it rains, it's a blessing.
You know what? I think it's a blessing because look at the videos she's done and look what has come out of them. So it's a blessing. From one of those videos.
Oh no! Yeah!
Nobody can copy.
Nobody can come in. Guys, you remember the last time we came here? It was all. If you haven't watched the video, please go back and watch. She was all, oh, but you know. But there are lots of changes. So, Auntie Jackie, my viewers have been missing you. I have been
guys.
missing you.
We've been she hasn't been well, and I wasn't able to go and visit. But some happy she came. Imagine she's unwell.
But I'm still here. Guys, it's drizzling on us. So we are just going to go up. Auntie Jackie, I can see a lot of changes.
Lots of changes.
What is with this soil?
That's from the sock pit.
Sock pit?
This is a sock pit here.
Ooh.
I don't know if you can see it.
It was too fast. The last time I came, there was a lot of
Plain.
there was a lot of vegetables here.
Yeah, so that's a septic tank you're standing on. Yeah, that's a septic tank.
How big is it?
It was meant to be 10 by 12, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But the people didn't to dig deeper. They refused.
Oh, they refused to dig deeper.
deeper. So it stayed
Why?
10. Listen, waste too much. This says these builders don't know what they're doing. So anyhow, because the builders were already here, they had come the day before and had to go back. Because they had told me that it was 10 feet. I didn't measure it. So when they came, they found it was 10 feet. They went back, and you know what that means, expenses. So they came again, having been reassured that it's done, and again, nothing. So we just went as it is, and I think it came 7.5 to 7, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a septic tank, and that is the sock pit.
Yeah,
That's one there.
everything seems to be coming along properly well.
And your vegetables, which were here,
Where are they?
were here, are all here.
Ooh.
I cannot do much here for now because we still have,
There's a lot of work going on.
Yeah, so even if I had, because I've seen you've done container.
Yes.
Container this, you've used
Vegetable bed.
that's it. I love to do those, but I can't. So this is it. So these are the onions that you had seen last time.
I like the way you're irrigating them.
Yes. So if you see these things here,
Yeah.
just know that it's for water. They've got them everywhere next to all the plants. These are the other onions which are not coming up. But that's my rosemary, which I'm so proud of.
Whee!
There.
It looks like it was going to dry. Yeah, I'm liking the pumpkin. It looks like it's going to bear you very
My
big
goodness, my
pumpkin
this is so
fruits.
big. And look at the onions. I'm so proud of them.
She's so proud of that onion. And you have tomatoes.
Guys,
Don't
but
lift
they are
it
the
up.
baby ones.
Yeah, but they're going to be okay.
I'm
oh,
not,
you already have one that
I'm-
looks ready.
so should I can take it off and wrap it, but leave it.
Leave it to
Right,
ripen
the
in
tiny
peace.
ones. I wanted the bigger ones. Which I want.
they're
Oh my
going
goodness,
to-
raining.
Oh, guys. So, it's starting to rain, and I need Auntie Jackie to answer some of your burning questions. There is one that is outstanding for me. Somebody said, after 30 years, that's wastage of resources. So I was like, what? I wouldn't know how to answer this, but I'll let Auntie Jackie answer us. So come with us.
Wasted of resources. Let me get you a chair.
Yeah? You guys see the rain?
Oh, can you see it?
Yeah, it can be seen. It's raining.
So bad.
It's raining!
And if you zoom there, they have decided to build.
Yeah, they've started other. Yeah, I saw a man. It's almost like a $1 billion mansion just across there, and I'm like,
In water.
no, it's not in water. It's a bit up. Wow, it looks beautiful and peaceful when it's raining. So as usual, this was our chair then. It's going to be our chair again. Right, so. I missed you.
You know, we missed each other.
Yeah.
Totally.
So,
So
like I told
back
you.
to our sport.
yeah, back to our sport. You guys remember this sport very well. I've gotten lots of questions from you guys, and I've got a lot. Have you read the comments?
I have read some of them. Some of them are disheartening. Some like, you know what? No, let me move on a bit. But
Yeah.
others are okay.
Yeah. So some of your comments are very encouraging. They are very, very positive. But we are going to be looking at these ones, these people who are concerned. So this one is saying, after 30 years, that's a wastage of time and resources. What would be the best response for such a comment?
You know what? I was short for words when I read that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a waste of time. And I think I said it in your video. I had my family there. I had relationships. I
Yeah.
have friendships. I did not get what I have now from here. I got it from there.
Right.
Yes, I lost. But I didn't lose all that. I was completely on the ground. I don't have anything here. So I don't think it's really a waste of time. And if it was a waste of time, then I would say my children. How can I say that? So I don't think it's a waste of time. But also another thing, people who are here and they are 50 and 60 and going back to abroad and everything, you know, like people have been doing well here and everything, things happen and they go abroad. Can I say it's a waste of time?
No.
It's destiny. But also there are so many people who are there and they don't have anything at all. When I say at all, I mean at all. Would I say it's a waste of time? I'll leave you to answer that. But personally, I don't think it was a waste of time. It made me who I am. I am who I am because of that. Yeah.
And in the same response to that, they say you did very poor planning. Like that's why you returned after 30 years, because you did poor planning. Enlighten us about that very.
Could be. I did poor planning in trusting a friend and a husband. I did poor planning in trusting people that were supporting me, but were not, were supporting me quote unquote because they were supporting me according to the terms, which was detrimental to myself and my children's physical and mental health. So when I moved away from them, I was not able to continue managing. Listen, one of the reasons I speak almost like in riddles is because after 30 years, I am not only me. You know, like a 17-year-old and a 50-year-old, the history is different.
Different, definitely.
If I mention and if I disclose a lot, people will be implicated.
Yes.
And
Definitely.
the implication it will bring a lot of massive things. It could even bring litigation. So that's why I speak sometimes in riddles. But I know people who know, So the poor planning is because I put money aside and I bought land. I was scammed.
Yes.
The things I lost in the UK where I was some of them was a scam. Some of them was, yes, I trusted something. Some of them I invested wrongly. But the other thing which I lost is because the family who were around, or the people whom I had around who were supporting me, my support network, who wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
And then at that time, in that period, 20 something, I don't want to mention the years. In those period, I also became, the health became impacted, but it wasn't because of the stress, it was something else. Then I couldn't manage to keep up with managing without support. With the situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really, that's the reason I have to speak in regions, because I don't want to implicate so many people.
In other words, by when you're 10, 15, 20, your story involves your parents, your friends, and alas, nobody knows them, nobody cares. But at her age, I understand that if she says way more than whatever she's saying is purely about herself, and she's not involving other people,
right,
because they have a right to their privacy, and they have a right to privacy of the memories she had, whether they were good or bad. And when she's comfortable enough, she can, little by little, you can get to know and maybe add the dots on your own and get to understand the story. But
even the other people have to be comfortable, because I have to, if I was to, I'm comfortable to share anything. But the other people are not at all.
Exactly. So please be kind when you're making such assumptions and such judgments. Be kind.
But I can see where they're coming from. I can understand where you're coming from. You would wonder, of course. And
then this next question is like, oh, she's not telling us the whole story. What is the whole story? So you, who is the writer of the story, what is the whole story? You can tell us now, because
what I will do, there's a video I recently made. You link it up. That's the whole story.
Oh, I saw it. You posted.
Yes.
What really happened to me in the UK? Is it the title?
Yes, that's the one.
Yes.
That's part of the whole story.
She has a YouTube channel. She has a very beautiful YouTube channel, and she's sharing posts to do with relocation and all those stories. So if you want to know the whole story, you can go to her channel. And the reason she posted, then there is another one, but this was something that I could relate as well, so I answered immediately before I even came to you. So I was like, oh, so you're posting, instead of going to work, you're posting so that people can feel sorry for you. So for me, the reason I post my story, or the reasons we post our stories, is not because we need sympathy or because we need you guys to intervene, but because we need you guys to understand. There are most people on their phones who don't know that life happens and it's real. And I've said this a number of times, that people only post what is glittering.
You know another thing? Like I told you, the shame was keeping me because I was so ashamed. But when I became unwell and I returned, the shame went. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to document my journey. And that's what I'm doing. And are people feeling sorry for me? Yes, they are. Have people reached out to me and encouraged me? Yes, they have. Have people supported me? Yes, they have. Have people encouraged me? Yes, they have. And do I love that? Totally I do. And if you're feeling sorry for me, I would rather if you feel empathetic as opposed to sorry. But if you're feeling sorry for me, it's okay. That's your feelings. I really cannot discredit or deny your feelings. But really, that's not why I'm doing it. And somebody said it's therapeutic, and yes, it is. People deal with this in the different ways, and this is how I'm dealing with mine.
People deal with life differently. Anyway, there's another person who was concerned that your mother did you a disservice taking you at 17 because it wasn't your decision. Do you think your mother did you a disservice by taking you to the UK?
When we are born, and you're born in a religion, you're born from Kaba and Chisoro, have your parents did you a disservice?
No.
We are born who we are. Our life is planned for us before we are born. So to me, at the time, and even my children, my son will say that I did him a disservice to bring him here at this age. But that's the decision I had to make. And as parents, we make decisions, and at the time, we make decisions. We're making decisions which are good for our children. Now, my mom taking me there at the time, she knew what she was up to. She knew who I was. She knew the kind of friends I was keeping. She knew. So, for her to have done that, as a mother, as a parent, you have hindsight. You knew, you know, yeah, exactly. So there's no disservice at all. And that takes me up to the 30 years. Without her taking me there, maybe I wouldn't be here.
Right.
Maybe I wouldn't be here, who knows?
Maybe you wouldn't have your children there. The parents who wish their children would go to the UK, but you didn't have to struggle with that. They're already there.
That's another thing. I never thought of it like that, but that's another thing. And I appreciate. So no, she was a great woman. She did a great job.
Yes.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing is, people are concerned to know, did you have any particular outstanding relationships? Like, were you married? You know.
I've got 3 children.
Yeah.
And we live it like that.
She's got 3 children,
Got 3
and we
kids.
are living it at
That,
period.
yeah. But I think I answered a bit of that in this video. I've got 3 kids.
Yes, and one of them is a very good interviewer. Unfortunately today, or fortunately, he's at school today.
Yes.
And okay, the other thing is, what do you wish you knew before you relocated back to Uganda?
What I can't even think. I'm going plan. What I wish I knew.
Because you've been here.
I wish I knew how expensive petrol was going to be. I wish transport was going to be. I wish I knew that. You know, when you visit and you go through transport, it's just like 3 weeks and
because
everything.
you have money to throw and go.
So I wish I knew that. And I wish I knew how far, like where I am now in the village, in relation to town, how the impact would be in terms of what I need to do, especially like for my son and for myself. The length it takes for me to do some of those things. So I wish I knew that. But like I said, life happens. I don't think there's anything much I would have done, because I couldn't afford a plot in Mutundwe or Tinda. I can't afford a plot there. So whether I knew or not,
Yeah.
it's material, because I'd have come to the place I'm in now because of the expenses.
Yes.
But mostly maybe transport. I knew transport is expensive, but maybe that and other things are there. When they say Njawulo, it is like, oh my goodness me, it really irritates me.
And Njawulo is like bribes.
No, it's not a bribe. It's like you send somebody for something, it's 10,000, they tell you it's 20,000, and that really it just cheeses me.
It's like cheating.
It's daylight robbery. Stealing. I can't tell that. Oh my God, I just really,
Yeah, you send someone for something that is 2,000, they'll tell you 5,000.
Yes,
And you still pay them.
Yeah, because for example, like you say go and buy maybe kosho or ugali, and it's 16k, and you come and tell it's 20k. It's 4,000 they're taking. But honestly, I'm thinking myself, if you take that 3 times, 5 times, that's 20k. I can't get used to it, and I wish I knew that. I don't know if it's answering that. Maybe I'm
Yes.
Never mind.
It's almost like somebody's taking advantage of
It's a Mickey.
your
Just take a
ignorance
Mickey.
about
Yeah.
taking a what?
A Mickey.
A Mickey. English now.
No, it's like a Mickey. It's like a Mickey. I don't know. Take advantage.
Then
Yeah.
the other time I was watching, still through the comments, somebody said, "You people, this is not a laughing story. Actually, the interviewer and the interviewee are laughing, but it's not a laughing story." My friend, we are not going to be mourning. Life can life.
You know what?
Yes.
I'll tell you something. That person, Nkara, I cried, and every so often when memories come, I'll get teary, but I will not sob. But Because I wailed, I sobbed, I cried. Bucket of tears. Then after years, I'm like, you know what? Let me try this. Let me try my tears. Actually, if whether I cry or not, what is he going to come? Will they bring things back? Will those people come back and give me back my money?
No.
Will I get back what I lost?
No.
The years. I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. Now, does it hurt sometimes? Yes, it does.
It does,
Do
definitely.
memories come back? Yes, it do.
It does,
Just move on.
definitely.
And I like that I laugh. We laugh, and it's not serious.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's why I laugh all the time, because whether you want to cry a bucket of tears, whether you feel what, life still
Happens.
Happens.
You know, but the crying is not bad.
yes. So, but you had your son to comfort you during the times you were crying.
When I was
Did he understand what was going on?
no, he was little. Because this is not only a last year story.
Oh,
If you listen to that story, it's over 10 years. So
Right.
when they say that you wasted 30 years, for the last 10 years I've been grinding and trying to go back to that level.
So you can say it took you 10 years to decide to relocate back?
Oh no, it was well before. From about 2003 I wanted to come back, but time was never, things were not going, oh let me wait for this, let me do this, you know?
Yeah.
They can't do that, that's it. But this journey, this coming back, really in earnest was about 10 years, yeah. About that, yeah, maybe.
But how are you finding life now since you relocated back?
I don't want to be comfortable
Yeah.
because I feel like I can't even be comfortable with this. You know, with this flow, you know, look at the flow I was sitting, I feel like I can be comfortable. And I don't want to be that.
Yes.
Of course, like I said before, transport is an issue. The rain is an issue. When it rains, of course, I can't travel. I've got my boots. But again, then I'm finding it easy, which I'm like, don't get too comfortable in this,
In being in a ramshackle house. I'm sorry, I'm calling it that because it's a million times better than mine. It's big. If I have your house, yo, guys. Anyway, I'm glad that you're finding life a bit less stressful. I know as a human being that those days, you sit and you're like, God, what am I doing?
You know what? I forgot to say, what do I miss?
What do you miss?
I miss my creature comfort. I tell you what it is. I miss washing machine. I miss a cooker. I miss a fridge. I miss a microwave. I miss a kettle. So those small things, I miss them, but not all the time. It's like when it rains and you need, like my son's uniform is not dry.
Yeah, you need to iron.
Yes,
Or
but there's
use
no
a
electricity.
washing machine.
Exactly. Or, funny as it is, because it needs to be dried,
Yeah.
you have no heaters. Because initially you do wash and put on the heater to dry. There's no heater to dry. There's no
Yes.
drying, dryer. So those are things that I wish I could have this, but I will not really. It's not something that I'm going to say. Oh, no. It's just I don't know how to say it.
Right. So
Yeah.
the other time, I understand what you're saying. Like when I was coming back, when I was relocating back from UAE back to Uganda, I knew what I was going to face, but I knew I wanted to keep a bit of comfort. You know, there's a way those little things add comfort, and most times in Uganda, those things are looked at as luxury.
And I think they are.
No, they're not luxuries. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you, you can go to a village, if you have a washer, a small cooking, even if it's not big like a luxury one, just to get the work done.
Yes, yeah.
There's a way it simplifies life. There's a way it simplifies life. So, apart from that, like, what are we hoping for now that you've settled in and things seem a bit calm?
Yes. So I want to, like I keep saying, I want to rear chickens. I want to do my garden to grow a bit more, because this at least is mine.
Yes.
Then I'm going to my neighbors because they're not maintaining the gardens. I'm like, please, can I have your garden? And they're saying no. And even when they say no, I go ahead and cut the grass because I don't want any snakes to come in my house. And even so, I cut the grass and still it grows and there's nothing there. So I'm cutting the grass and I'm putting their things. I'm putting their cassava, beans. Now, some of them have come and said, please, my land. I'm like, it is your land. I'm not taking it, but I'm just maintaining it for my security, for my safety. And so far, so good. They haven't been bad. So I've done left and right. I've done it.
Right.
So I'm gonna do front and a bit more front. Yeah. So that's it's
So
for
you
myself.
keep away snakes because she's in a very swampy neighborhood and lots of things
Bush.
hides
Bush.
in those kind of things. So I'm so happy, honestly speaking. Like the first time I saw Aunt Jackie, it's not the same energy and spirit like the energy she has now, because now she can smile and I know she's actually smiling. You know, there are people who smile to hide the sadness. Like myself, most of the time,
Yeah.
I'll smile when I'm trying to hide something. But now I can tell she's actually smiling.
Funny thing is, even then I was smiling, you know.
Really?
Honestly, because like I told you, the shame had gone. By the time I said, okay, let's talk about this,
Let's
it
talk
had
about it,
gone.
it had gone.
Because I knew for sure. Like I said, by the time you reach 50, and I used to, I was working in the UK.
Yeah.
You have to do critical analysis. I knew what was happening. I knew about social media. I knew. So all these questions, in actual sense, I was expecting them.
She was expecting what?
I knew they were coming because I'm like, you don't go. People, I'm like, you know, this is what they're going. Critical analysis, basically. That's
Yeah.
what.
So guys, I've also read other comments like, oh, but it was her bad luck. She went there and things didn't work for her. Like, there's nowhere in our videos where we said, oh, you should all relocate back to Uganda. But the point was, if you're in the UK, wherever you are, and you feel like it's difficult for you to sustain yourself, you'd rather be homeless in your own home than being homeless in snow. That's what we meant. Right?
And that's what I meant. Because at the end of the day, you're right. Oh, another thing somebody says, oh, it's a lie, I was never homeless. When one has no home and you live in, whether it is hotel, Airbnb, friends and friends, you're virtually homeless.
You're homeless.
Yeah, and that's what I meant. Now, I was never on the streets, but I had no home. And the other home which I had, which I could have called home, was unaffordable to me.
Right.
What is that?
Right.
So for me to have struggled, and the reason I came in, and you know I told you, and I keep saying it, the push, the last straw that came was back, was my health. I became unwell, and I could see my life ebbing away from me. It was perceived like going. I'm like, you know what? And I knew the reasons why. So I'm like, go. I knew the reasons why it was, you know, this, like I said, the structure of the system of the UK, how it works. You have got to go through certain hurdles and schedules to get support, but those hurdles were making me more and more unwell. I'm like, I'm throwing the towel. Come and rest. That is the reason.
Yeah. I think you did a good thing. I think I did a good thing. It's also my health that forced me to come back here. Yes, I do have friends. I do have my cousin, sister, and a friend who offered to take me back, but I was like, nah. So I kept them giving excuse after excuse. I was like, you know what, I'm jobless here, but I'll try to do things one thing at a time until I get myself so busy so I don't have to go back. Anyway, guys, I hope you've heard it from Auntie Jackie. What would you wish to tell people before we end this video?
Like I keep saying, if one is struggling and you have got an opportunity, you've got support in Uganda, you've got where to live, you've got an income, and you're struggling abroad, please come. That I will never stop saying that, because I can't see why one would be struggling abroad when you have things here. It's about life, because I know quite a few people who have not been able to make it back because of the same illness I was having. So come back. But again, if you don't want to come back, because there's some people who want to come back,
Yeah.
and it's okay. It is well. It's well.
Yeah, but do not feel the embarrassment.
No.
Because me, the reason why I was attempting lots of, I told you the story.
Yes.
I didn't, because I was embarrassed, like, how will they see me? They'll say she came
Singer.
back poor. How can the singer come back and be in this life? Even when I post videos, some friends will be like, why do you post your videos looking exactly like this? Because me, the singer, and this one are totally different people. Yeah, and I'm loving it, you know.
But you become, you know, once like now, I am who I am. You are who you are.
Yeah.
I don't have to pretend to be who I don't be, and that is something that's what kills people.
Okay. The people who want to know if they can reach to you, how do they get to you?
I've got an email address.
Yes, I'll put the email address in this video. I'll also tag her. I'll also include her channel name, so you can go straight to her channel and ask those questions.
Yes, can ask more. Yes. And once you ask, tell her to come back and ask me the question. She's done to ask the questions.
So, anyway,
Send her back.
thank you so much for watching, guys.
Thanks
I
for coming.
appreciate that you're here. Your channel has grown. Give me 5.
You people.
The channel
I
has
just got
grown.
But ogumpa kile kumutwara kavale kaza kuza mu
I
bibungo
can't wait to I want to
Climb.
Yeah, to climb. No, not to climb. Why chombuza buza? There is this drink in Kabale. Obushera. Enturire.
Omurambo bushana enturire.
Me, I'm interested in enturire.
Zamane bikanja.
Kwanja, I'm into.
Kaza kumuhe bikanja tumuhe nekita.
Nabanza enturire. Anyway, guys, I hope you loved this video. I hope you've watched up to this very end.
Thank you.
If you have, thank you so much. Please make sure you subscribe, you share, you click, you're making a whole difference in my life.
In our lives, actually.
In our lives, yeah. So I'll see you in the next one. If you have other questions, please send them to me.
She'll come back.
And I'll come back. I always come back. So thank you, and I'll see you in another one.
Blessings and blessings.
Bye-bye.